So far, we have learned a lot about polynomials. Moving forward, by the end of this video, we would have learned and understood the division algorithm for polynomials. Shyam has some t-shirts. There is a polynomial written on every t-shirt. Shyam wants to keep these t-shirts in the right wardrobe on the basis of the polynomials written on them. Can you help Shyam perform this task? You can see that the highest power of these polynomials is 1. So, these t-shirts will go into the linear polynomial wardrobe. The red and blue t-shirts will go into the quadratic polynomial wardrobe, as the highest power of these polynomials is 2. And finally, as the highest power of the polynomials written on both these t-shirts is 3, these polynomials become cubic polynomials, so it would be appropriate to keep them in the third wardrobe. After keeping the t-shirts in the wardrobe, Shyam goes to study with Pooja, who is studying the division method. Pooja tells Shyam that the term that gets divided is called dividend, and the term by which the dividend gets divided is called divisor. The number of times the divisor divides the dividend is called quotient. The term that remains after division is called remainder. Now, let me show you the division process in polynomials. If we divide a polynomial px by another polynomial gx, we get a polynomial, say, qx. So, let's now look at the method of dividing a polynomial by another polynomial. First of all, make sure whether the divisor and the dividend are written in standard form, that is, in the decreasing order of powers of the term. To get the first term of the quotient, divide the term with the highest degree of the dividend, that is x square, by the term with the highest power of the divisor, that is x, which gives the quotient as x. Then, multiply the divisor by this quotient and write it below the dividend. Subtracting both the polynomials, you get 4x minus 12 as the remainder, which becomes a new dividend for further processing. Repeat this division process again with the new dividend either until the remainder is reduced to 0 or till its power becomes less than the power of the divisor. Just like in our example, where the remainder is 0, which can be represented with Rx and the quotient is x plus 4. In this way, we can divide one polynomial with another polynomial. But this is possible only when the degree of the dividend is greater than or equal to the degree of the divisor and the divisor is not 0. Here, the part on the right can also be written this way. This division process is similar to Euclid's division algorithm, according to which Px will be equal to Gx times Qx plus Rx, where Gx will not be equal to 0 and Rx will be 0 or the degree of Rx will be less than the degree of Gx. This conclusion is called the division algorithm for polynomials. Let's examine this conclusion with the help of our polynomials. By replacing all the polynomials in this division algorithm, both the sides become equal, which authenticates the validity of the division algorithm. Today, in this video, we have learned the division method of polynomials, which is called division algorithm. In our previous video, we learned about the division algorithm for polynomials. Today, in this video, we will see some examples based on this. Divide x raised to power 2 plus 2x minus 15 by x minus 3 using division algorithm. In this question, x square plus 2x minus 15 is the dividend and x minus 3 is the divisor. In the previous video, we saw that to get the first term of the quotient, we divide the term with the highest power of the dividend, that is, x squared, by the highest power of the divisor, that is, x. This will give x, which is the first term of the quotient. Now, multiply the divisor by this quotient and write it below the dividend. Then, subtract the term written below from the dividend so that the remainder is 5x minus 15, which becomes the new dividend for further processing. To get the second term of the quotient, divide the highest power term in the new dividend, that is, 5x by the highest power term of the divisor, x. By doing this, we get the second term of the quotient, 5. Multiplying the divisor by this quotient and subtracting it by writing it below the new dividend will give the remainder 0. You must remember that when the remainder is either 0 or its power becomes less than the power of the divisor, then the division process stops. Hence, the process of dividing ends here. Thus, on dividing x square plus 2x minus 15 by x minus 3 gives the quotient x plus 5 and the remainder as 0. Do you know that when the division process ends, if the remainder is 0, the divisor is called a factor of that dividend? Let us see another example. In this question, we will divide the first polynomial by the second polynomial and check the correctness of the division algorithm. You can see that the given polynomial, dividend and divisor is not in the standard form. Before starting the division process, write the polynomials in their standard form, that is, decreasing order of powers. Now, let's begin the division process. To get the first term of the quotient, divide the highest degree term of the dividend by the highest degree term of the divisor. Now multiply the divisor by this quotient and write below the dividend. After subtracting, the remainder we get is 8x raised to the power 3 minus 8x raised to the power 2 minus x plus 3. This becomes the new dividend. Repeat the division process with the new dividend, which is 8x cubed minus 8x square minus x plus 3. Now, perform the division process with the remaining terms, minus 4x square plus 7x plus 3. Now, the power of the remaining terms, 5x minus 1, is less than the degree of the divisor. Therefore, we cannot proceed with the process of division. After the division process, we get 3x cubed plus 4x minus 2 as the quotient and 5x minus 1 as the remainder. Now, if on multiplying the quotient with the divisor and adding it to the remainder, it becomes equal to the dividend, then the division algorithm is verified. Today in this video, we have seen some examples based on division algorithm. In the following video, we will see what common mistakes can be made while solving these type of questions. We learned about division algorithm for polynomials in the previous video. Now, with the help of some examples, we will see what common mistakes can be made while solving these type of questions. Fill in the blank by selecting the correct option from the given alternatives. To solve this question, pause the video and then Match your answer. By looking at both the polynomials, you can say that the first polynomial, that is, dividend, is not in the standard form. We learned in the previous video that polynomials must be in standard form to start the division process. Let us write this polynomial in standard form and complete the division process. By performing this, we get the quotient x squared minus 2x plus 4. Therefore, option 4 is the correct answer to fill in the blank. If you have chosen the first option, it is a good try. But this is the wrong answer because before starting the division process, you did not write the dividend in the standard form, because of which it is almost impossible to solve this division question. If you have chosen the second option, it is a good try. But this is also an incorrect answer because in place of the quotient, you have chosen the remainder. If you have chosen the third option, it is a good try. But this is also an incorrect answer. Processing the division process with the second term of the quotient, the remainder is 12x minus 8, and its degree is equal to the degree of the divisor. Recall that when the remainder is 0 or the degree of the remainder becomes smaller than the degree of the divisor, then the division process ends. But in this option, you have not completed the division process. So hopefully, you have understood why the fourth option is correct in this example and other options are wrong. Teachers can also test students' understanding in the class with the help of such examples.